Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Technically Not Technical. Today, we will be showing you how to very easily install Kodi on your Amazon Fire TV device. And on top of that, we will also show you how to install the Firestarter app, which will allow you to very easily open Kodi on your Amazon Fire TV device. Before we get started, there are a couple settings that you will need to change in your Amazon Fire TV device. So let's go ahead and do that first. Number one, go to your settings and then go to your System tab. Then go down to Developer Options. Once you're in Developer Options, you'll see ADB debugging and apps from unknown sources. Turn both of those on. Next, go to the About tab and then go down to Network. And here I'm going to want you to make a note of your IP address. Both of these are very important. Next, let's move over to the computer. First, please open your preferred internet browsing software. And then navigate to whichever search engine you like. I'm going to use Google. Next, we are going to search for a piece of software that will make it very easy for you to install Kodi onto your Amazon Fire device. So let's search for Amazon Fire TV Utility App. The result we will be looking for will be directing you to forum.xdadevelopers.com. So let's click on that one. We are now directed to a site where the developer of the application has left us a couple download links. So let's go ahead and click one of those. Once you click the link, you'll notice that you are going to have to navigate through a couple different ads. So don't be too worried by that. Let's go ahead and click on the download link. And then you'll see in the top right that you need to wait 5 seconds. So let's go ahead and wait. Once you wait, you can skip the ad. So let's skip the ad. And now the actual download link is available. So let's go ahead and download. Click on that link and then choose where you want to save the file. Personally, I'm going to save it in my download folder. Now, once that's downloaded, let's go ahead and navigate to the downloads folder or wherever you saved it. As you can see, the file is a zip file and it will need to be extracted using software such as 7-zip or WinZip. The most important thing, though, is that you extract it to the proper location, and that location is the C drive in the FTV folder. If you do not extract the contents to the proper location, you will have difficulty installing Kodi later on. Here you will notice that I have actually extracted the files incorrectly and that they are not directly in the C:FTV folder. So I'm going to have to make a change and cut those files from the location and then repaste them into the FTV folder. Now you will notice as I go into the FTV folder that all of the files are in their correct location. Next, I want you to open up the Amazon Fire TV Utility app. Up pops up a huge interface with a bunch of buttons. But don't worry, we're not going to mess with too many of those. The first thing I want you to do is go to File and Settings. Here you will see that we need to input the network IP address that I had you get earlier. There are many different spots for different IP addresses if you had multiple Fire TV devices. But let's go ahead and pick one of those and put in your network IP address. Then click Connect. There's an easy way to tell if you have in fact connected by using the Capture Screenshot button. What you can do is press that button, and on the left in your directory structure, you should see the screenshot picture show up. At this point, your Amazon Fire TV device and your computer are connected over your network. Now you're ready to install Kodi, so please select Kodi from the Select Your Kodi Flavor drop-down, and then click the One-Click Download and Install Kodi. From here, you'll see your computer will download Kodi, and then after that, it will then install Kodi onto your FireTV device. Now, one thing I want to make a note of is that the whole reason you're able to do this is because at the very beginning, I had you click on ADB debugging. And that ADB debugging allows you to connect your computer to your Amazon Fire TV device. At this point, you can see that the download is 100% complete. And now, Kodi will be installed on your Fire TV. Once you get to this step, you're going to soon realize that it's going to take anywhere between 2 and 3 minutes, maybe even longer depending on your computer, in order to install Kodi onto your Fire TV device. But don't give up, don't get worried. This is just how it works. Now, if you're impatient, go ahead and fast forward through this section. You won't be missing much. But if you're a little uncomfortable installing Kodi onto your Fire TV device, go ahead and stick around and see how long it takes. That way you can get a feel for what's going on. While we wait, I do want to point out something. This is a very simplified way to install Kodi onto your Amazon Fire TV device. But I want you to know that there's actually a much more complex and manual way to install Kodi onto your Fire TV. I won't be showing you how to do that today. Maybe in the future video I will. But I want you to keep that in mind, and maybe you can go and Google yourself on how to do that if you feel like it. As you can see, we are finally getting some action up in the DOS prompt window, and what that means is we're about done. Here the window says that Kodi has been installed, and it wants you to go ahead and launch Kodi on your Fire TV before you do any sort of config settings. So let's close that out, and now let's move on. I want you to go back to your Fire TV device and go into the Settings options again. Go to the Applications tab, and then go down to Manage Installed Applications. Here you can scroll down and find Kodi. Once you click that, Kodi will launch. You'll get the startup splash screen as you see here. Then you'll notice Kodi is installed. But we aren't done yet. There's one more thing I'd like to show you, and that's how to install and configure the Firestarter app for your Amazon Fire TV device. Now, there's tons of things that this utility allows you to do, and you can hover over all the buttons and hopefully get an idea for what some of them are. But I want to show you Firestarter because Firestarter is a great app that allows you to really give your Amazon Fire TV a great streamlined feel. So let's go ahead and have you click Install Firestarter. And really, that's it. In a matter of seconds, you should be able to move right back over to your Fire TV device, and boom, this is what will pop up, the Firestarter app. As a personal preference, I like to update to the latest version of Firestarter when I install it. This is something you can skip. It's all personal preference. But if you do upgrade to the newest version, it will kick you out of Firestarter, and you will have to go to Manage Applications and launch Firestarter again manually. Now, here's where the magic of Firestarter happens. If you go to the Settings tab, there's a ton of different things you can do. But for my preference, I like everything to look as much like the normal Fire TV screen as possible. And so what I'm going to show you how to do is to start up your Fire TV with the normal Fire TV look, how to make the home button, when pressed twice, start up Kodi, and then when you press the home button only once, it brings you back to the normal Fire TV startup screen. Now, let's go ahead and choose the Startup Application option. And for that, select FireTV Home instead of Firestarter. Then select Home button single-click application. And for that, I also want you to choose FireTV Home. Before we move on to Home button double-click application, I do want to note that single-click and double-click app clear previous instances are actually pretty nice settings, and they will allow you to clear up some memory every time you open Kodi or close Kodi. But go ahead and click Home button, double-click application, and here you will select Kodi. And really, that's it. You now have Kodi installed on your Amazon Fire TV device, as well as the Firestarter app installed on it. It's super easy to use. If you ever want to start up Kodi, all you have to do is grab your remote and press the home button twice. If you ever want to go back into the normal Fire TV application, just click the home button once. It's really that simple. I hope all of you found this tutorial to be incredibly useful, and feel free to comment below with any questions you may have. And if you did like it, feel free to subscribe or give us a thumbs up. This is the TNT Posse signing out for Technically Not Technical. See you next time.